Recording artist Lizzo believed her record label had her back. Lizzo seemingly had a strong fan base, but when her latest album, Bitch, sold 2,650 copies in the first week, serious questions began. This video is about what happened to Lizzo's album sales and why I believe GLP1 backlash may be part of the story. My name is Yasmin. This is the Yasmin Breakdown, and I'm going to give you 7 receipts to prove my point. Let's talk about what actually happened. Lizzo's 5th studio album, Bitch, dropped June 5th. She said she was texting the label weekly with promo ideas that never got acted on, and that a meeting full of approved marketing plans, including billboards, never turned into anything. She took the fight public. She did a poster run modeled openly on Cardi B's 2025 hustle marketing campaign for her album, Am I the Drama? But here are the results. The album missed the Billboard 200 entirely in its first week, with estimates putting sales under 6,000 units, compared roughly to 69,000 for her 2022 album, Special.
Okay, I promoted my album and people on the internet clown me for it, so I don't know what to do. I promoted my album super hard and people were calling me a desperate flop, so I don't know, guys.
But here's the head scratcher. On the business side, she did everything an artist is supposed to do. She showed up, posted daily, worked the algorithm, worked the streets, and the numbers still cratered. On the personal side, though, she's beloved, she's a body positive person. So what happened? Receipt 1. This is a system and not a story. Music industry rule 4080. Record company people are shady. Labels have 3 go-to moves when they decide an artist isn't worth the marketing spend anymore. They quietly withdraw support. They force the artist into self-funded hustle marketing, or they shelve the work outright. Let's go through the 2 that happened to Lizzo. Receipt number 2, the withdrawal. Letting an artist take the fall. I'm going to give you some old school examples because these remind me of what Lizzo is going through. Michael Jackson versus Sony with his Invincible album of 2001. Jackson was publicly critical of Sony and label head Tommy Mottola, saying the label wasn't promoting the album with the aggression his career had always gotten, despite Invincible still selling millions worldwide. Let me give you another example. LL Cool J versus Def Jam for the Todd Smith album from 2006. LL believed Def Jam intentionally undercut the album's promotion, going as far as alleging the label discouraged radio stations from playing his single. Jay-Z, Def Jam's president at the time, denied it. In these scenarios, the artists fully believe the labels are doing something or not doing enough to help their projects become successful. When Lizzo talks about her label publicly and accuses them of not providing support, this is exactly the same as the examples I just gave you. Receipt number 3, when artists do the label's job for them. After Atlantic allegedly slashed her marketing budget down to $50 following controversy over a music video, Cardi filmed herself selling CDs and vinyl to strangers on a New York City subway train, leaning into the city's own street hustle culture to move units the label wouldn't fund. Lizzo, right now, same math, same desperation, and this is what's happening. The artist becomes the marketing department because the label decided not to be. And this is a point I don't want us to miss. The artist is doing the label's job, but truthfully, the label has a job. And here's the thing, when it's a success, like it was for Cardi, it's like Cardi's a genius. But when it doesn't work, people are very quick to call your results a flop. The first half of this video explains the record company's shady dealings, but this second half is going to talk about Lizzo and how changing herself has possibly disconnected her fans. Let me explain. Receipt number 4. When Lizzo stepped onto the scene in 2019, she was refreshing. She didn't look like anybody else. She didn't sound like anybody else. And she was unapologetically accepting of her body size. She made us believe she was okay with who she was for almost 7 years. This was stellar. But then something happens. Receipt number 5. Lizzo starts changing what she looks like. She starts losing weight, and a lot of her body positive fans are wondering if she still supports body positivity. And this is the cruel part. Lizzo should be able to change her body and still embrace body positivity. But unfortunately, many people don't see it that way. Now let's go into receipt number 6, which is really about the GLP1 backlash that no one wants to talk about. Celebrities who were not thin before GLP1s and who now have lost lots of weight but do not admit they are on GLP1s can alienate their fan bases. For whatever reason, the public is far more interested in how celebrities are losing the weight. I'm using the word interested, I might mean obsessed. Lizzo admitted that she's tried Ozempic and other GLP-1 medications, but stopped them early in her journey, deciding they weren't necessary for her to get her desired results. But this is where the backlash happens. People who continue to lose weight rapidly but don't credit GLP-1s are being penalized whether they use GLP-1s or not. And that's not right. And nor is it fair. But for an artist such as Lizzo, who built her brand on body positivity, who now has changed her look, people have questions about GLP-1s. It's making people less trusting of her as an artist. It's crazy, but I believe that this has contributed to the lack of album sales. Receipt number 7. Social media makes people think they have a right to your story. You have fans who have bought into an idea, body positivity, and then you change. And if I can take a step further, it is the body positivity movement that can almost become toxicity when you decide you want to do something different. A person should be allowed to change their mind. In closing, I want to make 2 points. For Lizzo, the record label wants you until they don't want you. Continue to connect with your fans come hell or high water. Fans, if you loved her music, you can still keep loving her music. My second point is this. People, including celebrities, have a right to their own weight loss and body positivity journey. Melissa has given us more than she has taken. Learning to love your body in all of its sizes and big ages is the biggest flex of all. Support Lizzo because you love her music, not because you're keeping score on her body. Let her be great. All right, y'all, that is certainly one to grow on. If you love exclusive breakdowns, please join my Patreon page and check out yasminbreakdown.com. Peace. See you next time.